Recently, we received quite a few requests from parents regarding the Oxbridge tutorial system, especially for those parents abroad who may not be interested in having their students study abroad in the UK, but they realize that potentially their school system might not be giving them the support they need in terms of writing, researching, and debating skills. So I thought I'd use the next 30 seconds or so to briefly explain what an Oxbridge tutorial system is, what a tutorial looks like, and how that could be relevant to help promote your academic abilities in school and beyond. So the way an Oxbridge tutorial is designed is rather than the academic specifically giving you information, front-loading you with information, so maybe it might be a PowerPoint, they might tell you the topic of the day or the week, and then you get to decide afterwards whether or not you're going to read more on that information. Instead, the way it works is the opposite to that. So an Oxbridge tutorial focuses largely on your academic writing abilities, being able to create an argument, being able to differentiate fact from fiction, find your own academic resources, academic articles, and to determine whether or not those are useful for the topic of the week. So, for example, in one of my tutorials, I teach about the mafia and the history of the mafia. And what I might do is I would have like an essay prompt. It'll usually be 1 to 2 sentences. And that essay prompt will also be followed by a list of academic resources, a couple of which you're going to have to find on your own. And I'll say, okay, here is your topic for next week in the essay prompt. Here is a few articles to get you started. You need to find the remaining articles. And you're going to have to write a 1,500 to ideally 2,000 word essay answering that prompt. And then when we meet next week, I will have gone through your essay and you will explain to me in your essay and then eventually in your own words what you think the answer was to that prompt. So rather than me giving you the answer up front, you have to tell me what you think that answer is based on the research that you've done and the reading resources that I have given you. Now, why is that useful? It's useful because what the purpose of it is to get you to develop your critical thinking skills. Start thinking about, what you think the viewpoint might be. How might that differ from the researchers that you're looking at? Why is that relevant? Critical thinking is such an important part of your personal development, whether you're in high school, whether you're in university, whether you're an adult, especially in a time where social media is just pounding you with tons and tons of information. This gives you the opportunity to really hone in on those critical thinking skills, focus in on what's referred to as deep reading, to really dissect the material that you're looking at, and then be able to frame it in your own words. If you think this is something that might interest you, if you think it's something that might be useful for your own children, then please head over to the oxfordmethod.co.uk. I'd love to speak with you.